Davinci Resolve is fast, but you know what else is fast?
The rate at which YouTubers are moving over to Davinci Resolve? Yeah, I had noticed that actually, Peter, but thank you for letting me know.
Anyway, let's get back to the captain. I know you miss him now.
Me? Am I the captain? Oh, Peter, you big tease. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, obviously, I'm not the real captain, and obviously, that was not the real Peter McKinnon. That, though, was Kirk, aka Captain Kirk, who happens to be Peter McKinnon's editor.
I'm Captain Kirk. I'm the Wizard of Post. I edit the videos that you see on this channel. I am the captain.
I am the danger. I am the one who knocks.
And Kirk just did a video on Peter McKinnon's channel announcing that Peter and team are indeed dropping Premiere Pro and moving to Davinci Resolve.
We're still figuring things out, but I think we got the basics down.
Now, I've linked the video down below, so go give that a click, give it a watch. It's actually really interesting. It's a really well-made video, as you would expect from Peter, Kirk, and the rest of the team. Now, really quickly, Kirk, for an editor, for someone that apparently doesn't spend much time in front of the camera, really great job on that video. Really good indeed. So yeah, Peter and team are moving to Davinci Resolve. I didn't see this coming. There have been lots of other YouTubers moving over, but I didn't expect Peter to move over. So it's really, really interesting. Now, I'm obviously a big fan of Peter McKinnon, as most of us are. I may have taken some inspiration from him in the past with some of my ideas. So it is really, really cool to see that they are moving over to Davinci Resolve. Now, as I say, there have been loads of other YouTubers that have moved over, and I haven't commented on it. I haven't reacted or mentioned anything, but Peter's moving over does feel different. It feels a little bit more significant, and it's for two reasons. Number one, Peter McKinnon is obviously one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet, especially when it comes to this sort of filmmaking niche. He's at nearly 6 million subscribers. He has a massive influence. So him announcing that they are moving to Davinci Resolve is a really, really big thing. And then the second thing, Peter has been pretty involved with Adobe over his YouTube career. He talks a lot about Lightroom when he's editing all his photos and Photoshop, and he's done lots of videos about Premiere Pro and After Effects. And of course, he had his 2-minute Tuesday videos where he spent 2 minutes, roughly-ish, kind of, usually much longer, but 2 minutes every Tuesday showing how to do certain things within, generally, Premiere Pro or After Effects. Which, someone should take that concept, maybe make the videos a little bit longer. Talk about Davinci Resolve, maybe. 5 minutes-ish, yeah, release them every Friday. Yeah, it's a good idea, that. Anyway, just food for thought. So it's a real big step for him to announce that they are moving to Davinci Resolve. Now, it does kind of feel like the entire planet, the entire industry are making this giant leap over to Davinci Resolve. I think that's partly true, but it's probably not entirely true. Us YouTubers, everyone within this YouTube niche, we are the loudest, we speak the loudest, we make the most noise. So it may just be limited to this YouTuber niche, which is why it feels really, really pronounced. I think Avid and Premiere Pro and Final Cut are all still doing pretty well in terms of market share, but Davinci Resolve is creeping up. It's really starting to nudge its way into the market and really disrupting things at the moment, which is really, really interesting to see, especially for someone like me that's been making these videos about Davinci Resolve for like 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been now. It's really cool. It's really interesting to see, and I can't wait to see what happens, to be honest. So why are they switching over to Davinci Resolve? What's been the trigger? What's been the main reason they finally decided to make the jump? Well, to answer that question, your best bet, go watch that video. They lay it all out in a really, really nice fashion. But essentially, price, it's cheaper, free version, paid version, lifetime license, all that sort of good stuff. And reliability. I don't have anything against Premiere Pro. I think editors are editors, NLEs. There shouldn't be a war between different. You just edit with what you edit on, and if you're successful, if you like it, winner. But I've never spoken to anyone that has a good word to say about Premiere Pro's reliability. No one ever has said, I really like Premiere Pro because it's reliable and because it doesn't crash. Of course, Resolve crashes, but they do have systems in place to make sure that you don't lose loads of work, and generally it is pretty reliable. They do cover that in the video. And I think that's just the big thing which is really getting on everyone's nerves at the moment, is Premiere Pro is just unreliable, and it's just causing people issues and making them abandon projects and whatever, because it's just infuriating. We all know how annoying it can be when you're just trying to get some work done and the software you're using keeps crashing. And it seems to be that that is the real catalyst, the real cause, the real reason people are starting to jump ship to Davinci Resolve. I am a YouTuber. I make content about Davinci Resolve, and there's these giant content creators coming into my niche, and they're going to be taking over. So what do I think about it? I think it's amazing. I think it's really, really awesome. I don't care that I'm going to be a small fish and there's bigger fish above me talking about Davinci Resolve. I just think it's great. It's great for me, for my channel. You know, it'll help people to have a look at Davinci Resolve. And I think that the more people that start using it, if it's beneficial to them, then it's only a good thing, isn't it? So yeah, I think it's great. And I can't wait to see what happens. This Davinci Resolve community, which has been pretty small, pretty niche for quite a while, is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I can't wait to see what happens. So let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know all of your thoughts and feelings down below, and let's see what happens. Maybe I'll go over to Canada and I'll buy Peter a beer. No reason. It's just really cool to sit down and have a beer with Peter McKinnon. Yeah, that's all I have to say on this one. Let me know your thoughts.